Hello and welcome to our great news video series of creating our first web application in .NET Core. And the idea that we have already discussed in the last video, we are going to build a web application from already done a console application. So what our console application had a user that searched for new positive ideas like a business or something like that. So first we build a web application boilerplate. A boilerplate is just like a basic structure, so it helps us to quickly get started into web application building. So let's show you what we're gonna build in this video. And what is MVC? You just have to learn about in the video link showing right above the top. Quickly, I can tell you that MVC is a web application architecture that tells how we structure our web application, so we know where our data went, where the basic object live, where our data will move from one place to another. What application architecture tells. So MVC is a very popular application architecture, so we're gonna use it out. Next we have the advanced web application setup. We will build our SQL database connection. So SQL database connection is basically your web application. You have to get data, store the data, because as the application grow, you can't rely on the memory based data. So if you have thousands of ideas, you don't have to worry about it. Just to write the data from the database and then update it out, and just store it back into the database. So we have the SQL database here, and we'll build an SQL database connection within our web application. And third, the real phase is proper working of our web application is creating an object using MVC application structure. So we will build an app as a user object class, and then we will show you that how we add up the data for the user and get the data for the user, and how we will be able to work with user object in this application. That's it. So let's start our first core application boilerplate. So we have .NET terminal commands, and I love them. I have done some valuable list of commands for .NET. I have listed all of them in my OneNote. I love OneNote. So now I have using Linux CentOS. So if you have installed .NET Core SDK, you should able to access the .NET command. Type in a command, I see the list of things. It means .NET is installed. Second thing, we will have to set up our application. To do that, we should write .NET new MVC -au none. So there's different versions of this command. .NET new web app, .NET new MVC -au none. Let's do this. .NET MVC au .NET new MVC -au none. Okay, we'll start building our first boilerplate application. Now we have done with it. So to run that application, you just have to type .NET run, and that's it. You have your first boilerplate .NET Core application. You can just type localhost 5000. You can see the application, the project name. It just took the folder name and make it as a project name. So our first thing is done. We have done with our boilerplate application. Now we have set up our SQL database.